Hi students, I hope you understood what we have discussed in the previous class, that is about the properties of parallelograms, and based on that the questions we have discussed. Now, so from the parallelograms again, so some of the quadrilaterals, some other quadrilaterals we are going to discuss. So rhombus, it is a parallelogram. Rhombus is a parallelogram with equal sides, of equal length, with all sides are equal sides with equal length, means all the sides are equal. Generally parallelogram means what? Opposite sides are equal. But if all sides are equal, a parallelogram in which all sides are equal in length, then it is called a rhombus. So here opposite sides, look at this. This is a parallelogram, means opposite sides, generally we say parallel, opposite sides are parallel for the parallelogram and their properties are there. Now a parallelogram with all sides are equal. This mark represents that the sides are equal. So a parallelogram with equal sides of equal length, which each side is equal, then it is called a rhombus. So rhombus means all sides are equal, but it is a parallelogram. A parallelogram with equal sides is called a rhombus. Now see the properties. So here when it comes to the properties of rhombus, all opposite sides are equal. We know parallelogram, in the definition itself it is a parallelogram. So parallelogram, what are the properties? All properties are applicable to the rhombus. Whatever the properties of rhombus is having, those properties is applicable for the rhombus. Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, diagonals bisect each other at a point. These are the diagonals. So diagonals bisect each other at a point. Now diagonals bisect each other. Now the fourth property is diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors to each other. Diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors to each other. Perpendicular bisector. Bisecting meaning is what? Which divides that into two equal parts. The point of intersection divides the line segment, the diagonal, into two equal parts. Point of intersection divides the diagonal into two equal parts, that is called bisecting. Now you see, the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors to each other. Meaning is what? Perpendicular means which makes where they are meeting, there the angle will be, they both lines will be perpendicular, means the angle is 90 degrees. The angle is 90 degrees. Angle is what? 90 degrees. So it divides into two equal parts, as well as the angle will be 90 degrees. Let us discuss about the fourth property. These three properties we have discussed in parallelogram. So the same properties, how we proved there, similarly we prove here also. Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, the diagonals bisect each other. These are the properties, even rhombus as well as parallelogram. Why? Because rhombus is a parallelogram with equal sides of equal length is called. A parallelogram with equal sides of equal length is called rhombus. It is called a rhombus. So these are the three properties. Now fourth property, diagonals where they are bisecting, where they are intersecting, there they are perpendicular. That means they make angle 90 degrees. Is it clear? Now let us see how it is 90 degrees. Where they are meeting, how it is perpendicular. So we will discuss about the fourth property, how the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors to each other. Observe it. A parallelogram. Okay. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Now the diagonals, they both are actually parallelogram means diagonals bisect each other. So even rhombus also diagonals bisect each other. This is the point of intersection. Now observe it, all sides are equal in rhombus. That is the first property. So now we have to prove that this angle is 90 degrees. That we have to prove. We have to prove that angle is 90 degrees. So what is given in this? Given that ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is rhombus. Now required to prove, what we have to prove? Angle AOD, anything perpendicular means here also 90 degrees, here also 90 degrees, here also 90 degrees, here also 90 degrees. Where the diagonals are intersecting, that point where they are intersecting, their angle makes 90 degrees. They both diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Diagonals are perpendicular bisectors. Bisecting means which divides into two equal parts. Already we know diagonals bisecting each other. And only we have to prove that they are 90 degrees. That is, angle AOD is equals to angle AOB is equals to 90 degrees. If this is 90 degrees, this also will be 90 by linear pair. If this is 90, this also will be linear pair, or else vertically opposite angles. Anything we can take. Now how to prove? So proof. As we know diagonals are bisecting each other. As we know diagonals bisecting each other, that is, consider triangle AOD and triangle AOB. Observe it, AOD and AOB. In that, sides AD is equals to AB. AD is equals to AB. This is side, because all sides of rhombus. In rhombus, all sides are equal. Okay. Next, AD is equals to AB. We got. Now AO is equals to AO. AO is equals to AO. This is common side for both the triangle. Common side. Next, one more. DO is equals to BO. DO is equals to BO. Diagonals perpendicular diagonals are bisecting each other. Bisectors to each other. So DO is equals to BO side. Now you see here the sides. All the sides by SSS criteria, side, angle, side and side. All three sides are equal, correspondingly equal. So triangle AOD is congruent to triangle AOB by SSS criteria. Once the triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. Which are the corresponding parts? AOD is equals to AOB. So measure of angle AOD. So angle AOD is equals to angle AOB by CPCT. But corresponding parts of congruent triangles. But you see, these two are linear pair, adjacent angles. They have the common vertex O and the common arm AO. So adjacent angles add up to linear pair, straight angle. So add up to 180 degrees. Angle AOD plus angle AOB is equal to 180 degrees. Angle AOD plus angle AOB is equal to 180 degrees. Angle AOD plus angle AOB is equal to 180 degrees. Linear pair. What is this? Linear pair. Now you see here, if AOD is equals to AOB, so you can write here, instead of AOB, you can write angle AOD plus, I am writing in place of this AOD, which is equal to 180 degrees. 2 times of AOD is equal to 2 times angle AOD plus angle AOD. Here I write 2 times of angle AOD is equal to 180 degrees. Now angle AOD is equal to 180 by 2, which is equals to 90. Therefore angle AOD is equal to 90 degrees. That means the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors to each other. AOD is equals to AOB is equals to even DOC. Angle DOC is equals to angle BOC is equals to 90 degrees. That can be proved. Therefore, this is. So, diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors to each other. How do you define a rhombus? It must be a parallelogram. So, a parallelogram with equal sides of equal length. Each side is equal in length. Then we call it as a rhombus. So, all the properties of parallelogram are applicable to the rhombus. That are opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors to each other. So diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors to each other. This is about rhombus. Is it clear? Right. Now we will discuss about another quadrilateral, which is a rectangle. A parallelogram with a right angle is called a rectangle. It is a parallelogram, but one angle is 90 degrees. Here the angle is 90 degrees. So we know parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel and opposite sides are equal. And the diagonals bisect each other. So diagonals bisect each other at the point. These are all the properties of parallelogram. So now you see a parallelogram with a right angle. One angle is 90 degrees is called a rectangle. So one angle is 90 degrees. We know all the properties. We know that parallelogram means what? Opposite sides are parallel. And now properties. When it comes to the properties, because it is a parallelogram, so all the properties of parallelogram is applicable to the rectangle. So what are the properties of parallelogram? Opposite sides are equal. Then opposite angles are equal. This angle is equal to this. So if it is 90, this also will be 90. Next, even one more property we learn. Adjacent angles add up to supplementary. Means if angle C is 90, angle D also will be 90. Next, each angle is a right angle. So this C is 90, here also will be 90 as opposite angles are equal. And C is 90, D also will be 90 as adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. It is a parallelogram. So in a parallelogram, if one angle is 90 degrees, then it becomes a rectangle. So each angle of the rectangle is a right angle. Now the last one, the diagonals are equal. AC length is equal to DB length. AC length is equal to BD length. That is the diagonals. Diagonals are equal in length. Now you see, so each angle of a rectangle, each angle is a right angle. So for the fourth property, For the fourth property, each angle is right angle. Each angle is right angle means angle A is equals to angle B is equals to angle C is equals to angle D is equals to 90 degrees. Why it is 90? As we know, opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So C is equal to A, and we know that sum of the adjacent angles, that is adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So C plus D is equal to 180. If C is 90, D also will be 90. If D is 90, opposite angles D and B are equal. That's why all angles will be 90 degrees. Now we see that fifth property, what is this? Diagonals are equal. How the diagonals are equal? Now we are seeing the last one. This is about fourth property. I just explained. Okay, now we see fifth property, diagonals are equal. Observe the figure. So diagonals are equal. So this is a rectangle. This is the rectangle. Angle 90 degrees. Just now we said all angles are equal to 90 degrees. Next, A, B, C, D. Opposite sides are equal. This. Now join the diagonals. We have to prove that AC length is equal to BD length. Okay. So given that in that first thing, ABCD is a rectangle. So ABCD is a rectangle given ABCD is a rectangle. Now what we have to do? We have to prove that required to prove RTP. Required to prove means opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are diagonals are equal. Diagonals AC is equals to BD. That we have to prove. Proof. Consider triangle ADC and ABD. We are considering triangle ADC and B. Observe it, ADC and BCD. Consider triangle ADC and triangle BCD. We are considering triangle ADC and BCD. In that, observe it, AD is equals to BC. This is side. Why? They are the sides of rectangle. Rectangle sides. Next, AD is equals to BC. And angle D is equals to angle C. Observe it. In ADC, angle D and angle BCD, triangle BCD, angle C, they both are equal to 90 degrees. This is angle. Then the third one, DC is equals to CD, that is DC is equals to CD. This is side, common. Once we got the criteria SAS, so now the triangles are, so triangle ADC is congruent to triangle BCD. Triangle ADC is congruent to triangle BCD. Once the triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. So AC is equals to BD by BCD. Therefore, in a rectangle, diagonals are equal in length. What are all the properties we have discussed now? So the property, a parallelogram with a right angle is called a rectangle. First it is a parallelogram. If one angle is 90 degrees, then it becomes a rectangle. All the properties of parallelogram are applicable to the rectangle. So properties, ABCD is a rectangle. Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, diagonals bisect each other. Each of the angle is a right angle. Each of the angle is a right angle. Diagonals are equal in length. So each angle is a right angle because C is the opposite angles are equal, C is equal to A, and adjacent angles, as it is a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary. C plus D is equal to 180. One is 90 degrees, the other also will be 90 degrees. So therefore all angles are 90 degrees. Now we proved here the diagonals are equal. Diagonals of a rectangle are equal. Is it clear? This is about the rectangle. I hope it is clear. Right. Now another one, that is a square. A square is a rectangle with sides of equal length is called a square. It is a rectangle. So rectangle is a again parallelogram. So it is a rectangle with equal sides. Each side is equal in length. It is called a square. So properties, when it comes to the properties, means all sides are equal for the rectangle. Okay, sorry, in a square. But how it is? First it is a rectangle. Then if all sides are equal, it becomes a square. When the rectangle, that is a parallelogram. If angle is 90 degrees, then it becomes a rectangle. So ABCD is a square. All sides are equal. Now when it comes to the properties, all the properties of parallelogram, rhombus and a rectangle. So it holds all the properties. All the properties of parallelogram, rhombus and rectangle. So each angle is 90 degrees, diagonals are equal and bisect each other. These are all, even all the opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, adjacent angles are supplementary, okay, parallel or equal, each angle is 90 degrees, diagonals are equal and bisect each other. These are all, that's why I wrote here, all the properties of parallelogram, rhombus and rectangle. So this is about a square. How do you define a square? A rectangle with sides of equal length is called a square. So all the properties are applicable. This parallelogram properties, rectangle properties, rhombus properties are applicable to the square. So diagonals are also equal. These diagonals are equal in length as it is a rectangle. So where the point of intersection, this is point of intersection. Is it clear? I hope it is, you understood. So these are about the properties. These are about the properties of quadrilaterals with the specific names. One is parallelogram, then second one is a rhombus, then third one is a rectangle, then again we have square. We have square, right? Now we have a kite. So kite is kite. It's a quadrilateral. It is a quadrilateral with exactly two pairs of equal consecutive sides. Two pairs of equal consecutive sides. Observe it carefully. A quadrilateral with exactly two pairs of equal consecutive sides. So this is the figure about that is a kite. So here you have kite A, B, C, D. That means now you see the properties of kite. So properties of kite, these are the properties of kite. One is diagonals diagonals are perpendicular to one another. Diagonals are perpendicular to one another. Diagonals are perpendicular to one another. And the second property, one of the diagonal bisects each other. One of the diagonals bisects each other. Diagonals. So when we talk about the kite, observe it. Here this is the diagram for the kite. So equal consecutive pairs, these sides are equal, these sides are equal for a kite. A B C D, A B C D, AD is equals to AB and BC is equals to CD. These are the consecutive pairs are equal and diagonals are, see, one diagonal bisects the other. They both are not equal. Only one diagonal. This diagonal is dividing this into two equal parts. This diagonal, these two are equal in this figure. If the kite is like this, then these diagonals will be equal. So this is about kite. Kite is a quadrilateral that consecutive pairs are equal in length. Consecutive pairs are equal. Diagonals, one diagonal bisects the other. So you can see and write the properties of kite from the book, from the textbook. This is about the types of quadrilaterals. Is it clear, children? Right. So I hope it is clear to you what are all the types of quadrilaterals, how to recognize, what are the special names of those, and what are the properties of those. Parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, square and kite. So these properties we have discussed. And in the previous exercise, that is 3.3, question number 11, 12, 13 are homework. Exercise 3.3, 11th question, 12th and 13. And now in today's discussion, what we have discussed about the properties of some other quadrilaterals, that is the rhombus, then rectangle and square. So we have example 8 and 7. Example 7 and 8. Example 7 and 8 you have to finish in your class 1. You have to complete. And exercise 3.4, fourth question and fifth question do it in the class 1. Rest 1, second and third, these do it in the textbook, because they are asking about the properties. No need to do again it in the class work. So first question true or false, that you can finish in the class work in the textbook itself. So in the class work we require exercise 3.4, fourth question and fifth question you have to finish. So this is about today's homework. So with this, chapter is completed. In the next session we will see the new topic. This is about understanding quadrilaterals. Is it clear, children? We will meet in the next class with a new concept, a new chapter. Right. Thank you.